So we know that we're a lot like Vikings fans. Every single free agent that's available, every single draft pick, every single player that could be had for a trade, we're like a dog in heat, just like. That's not what a dog heat does. Anyway, like we're all for second, third, fourth, 17 chances here on this channel. And the Vikings are still in need. Like they still need that big bodied, deep threat wide receiver. Kirk, you needs a tall receiver. Right? So when it was reported on Monday that former Steelers and Raiders stud receiver Martavis Bryant was going to be reapplying for reinstatement. When you have to reapply for reinstatement, that says a lot, but whatever. Well, we're like, should the Vikings be in? Question mark. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about today. Yeah. So yes, let's get this out of the way first. And I know a lot of the comments will be like, well, he's unreliable, blah, blah, blah. He'll just get suspended again. Well, yes, Martavis Bryant has been suspended multiple times for substance abuse. And notably, he missed all of 2016 and was suspended indefinitely for the 2019 season. So I get it. Fully understand. He's Diet Josh Gordon. But also, all the things that he was suspended for are literally not suspendable anymore under the new CBA. They just take away game checks. So he will not be taken off the field, even if he goes full on like Cheech and Chong on the bit. Who cares? Who cares at this point? It's just weed. Yeah. So Martavis Bryant, 6'4", 210. 28 years old, sneaky young, like players that have been in the league forever, or you think have been in the league forever, still only 28, was a stud at Clemson, teammates with Nuke and Sammy Watkins, but still they didn't win a national title then because they had like Taj Boyd. So yeah, it was a 4th round pick by the Steelers in 2014 after lighting it up at the combine. Pun intended. Ran a 4.4240. Was impressive in everything except for the 3-cone. He was the original DK Metcalf. He was like that full-on Pac-Man looking spider chart. It's pretty amazing. And he was the original, like the OG Robin to Antonio Brown's Batman. Yeah, before Juju Smith-Schuster showed up, right? He's the Dick Grayson. Juju would be Jason Burt. Nah, whatever. I don't really know my comic book history. But Antonio Bryant. There we go. Martavis Bryant, 26, 549, and 8 touchdowns in 2014 as a rookie. Ironically, Antonio Bryant was also a Steelers receiver. But actually, no, did he just play at Pitt? Doesn't matter. 50 catches, 765 yards, 6 touchdowns in 2015, despite being suspended for the first 4 games, again, because of weed. 2016, like we mentioned, suspended the entire season. 2017, bounced back with the Steelers as wide receiver 3. Juju's already in the mix, but put up 50 catches, 603 yards, receiving 3 touchdowns, as well as 2 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown in their playoff loss to the Jaguars. So even in a limited capacity role, even when he was not wide receiver 2 in Pittsburgh anymore, even when he was falling out of favor, he still put up monster stats, still is an extremely solid deep threat, big-bodied receiver, and yeah, he still had value, and he still had so much value that the Raiders gave up a 3rd-round pick in 2018 to secure his rights. A 3rd-round pick, and that isn't even the worst Steelers, the Raiders trading for a Steelers wide receiver trade in recent memory. I mean, the Antonio Brown one was worse, but actually this one is worse because they gave up a 3rd. Antonio Brown was like a 4th and a 5th. It doesn't matter, and they actually cut Martavis. Before the season started, they re-signed him. They actually played in 8 games, posting 19 catches for 266 yards before being injured and then suspended indefinitely. And spent all of 2019 out of football. Did flirt with the idea of applying for reinstatement last spring. Nothing became of it. And now looks to get back into the league for the 2020 season. And Bryant has been open, talking about his mental health issues as well as issues with ADHD. And the league, to their credit, has really changed their stance on issues like this, focusing on treatment rather than just straight up banishment. And of course, the relaxing of the substance abuse suspensions with the new CBA. And because like we said, it's not suspendable anymore. You miss a game check, but you stay on the field, which in the grand scheme of things is the most important thing. Like, fans with the old CBA, it wasn't so much that they were against weed. They didn't really care if people smoked or not. But if it took you off the field and cost the team because the best ability is availability, that mattered. But now, since that's off the table, does it really matter? Like, also, Martavis Bryant is a better position than Josh Gordon because he has no PED dings. Remember, Josh Gordon, that final suspension was because of PEDs, so he's going to be in that system. That actually could take him off the field. But Martavis Bryant, if he's reinstated, which he very likely will be, is going to come in with a clean slate, which is great. So I say yes. Again, if he's reinstated, the Vikings should absolutely take a flyer on him, just buzz the tower, see what's up? Hey, what's going on? At worst, the Vikings sign him to a league minimum deal with zero guaranteed money, some incentives thrown in there, because I think that's the best deal that he's going to get at this point. And it doesn't work out in training camp. It doesn't work out in season. It's like, whatever. Vikings have taken chances on wide receivers before. You look at Josh Doxson. You look at Treadwell 2.0. You look at Michael Floyd's probably the most apt comparison here. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? At best, Martavis is absolutely squared away. He's got his life in order. Everything's good to go. Comes into the Vikings, plays some great ball, rehabs his career, and gets it back in gear. And is that big body deep threat this passing game is currently lacking, right? Because just think about it. All right, so Kirk Cousins coming off a play action to Dalvin Cook, tucking that down, setting up. It's like, oh, he's got Jefferson underneath. Oh, he's got Thielen underneath. Oh, no. He wants it all because 6'4", 210 Martavis Bryant is just jetting past with his 4.42 speed. You pass Jair Alexander for 6 on a 9 route. Boo! It's sexy, isn't it? Actually, hell, sign Martavis Bryant and Josh Gordon. I do not care at all. IDC, I don't care. All right. But your thoughts, Martavis Bryant, Vikings, one time? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, post on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time. Skol. Production value.